Good morning and welcome back to another episode here on NexusCraft. As you can see, I am here in the summer celebration giveaway event where they are offering plenty of items, specifically 14 days worth of items. If you have not yet claimed these items, I believe this is the final day available to claim these specific 14 items for free. They might hold this event again in the future, I do not know, but what I do know is that my Minecraft is very easy to play because I have performed the proper amounts of planning. As you can see, I have the statement saying if I activate cheats, I will turn off achievements, because I forgot to point out that I was in fact in that specific world. I had not lost the ability to earn achievements. I still have the ability to earn achievements. That error that just occurred is specifically because of the lack of tracking of vertical chunks in one of the texture packs that I am using. Last we left off, I was building a iron golem farm over here, realizing I need some glass. Additionally, I need these campfires now in order to provide myself the appropriate number of methods available for cleaning up anything that spawns and or falls into this kill chamber, as it is known. Because I have signs in the first as well as second position over top these campfires, I do not need to worry about particle effects because it will not spawn the smoke particles unless I break one of these signs in the lower two layers. However, since I have no intention on breaking any of those signs, I should be just fine. I will leave the sides open for now in case I fall in there myself, as there is that potential. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a wall. Or is it 8 and then a wall, or is it just... See, this is why it helps to do the testing. water buckets. Because I need to test specifically how far out my staircase needs to be in order to be unaffected by the effects of these water streams. Okay, so the wall's right here. That's good to know. Now I can pick up this water source in order to very easily retrieve this material. Additionally, since I do not have any lava installed, I do not yet need to worry about any items possibly falling out of the system. I'll just do this the old school way of building. This is a good opportunity to rest. Additionally, this is a good opportunity to collect these items. Make sure nothing fell in these other ones. Yep, I'm good. Okay. Now that I have all of this, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a wall. Just to be sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a wall. Okay. Therefore, I'm going to want this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why did I take damage? I should not have taken damage there. I don't know. I'm just going to assume that was something to do with lag or something. I don't know. I have enough food. I don't mind. I am sneaking to make sure that I do not fall. I do not want to fall. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up 1. Again. Why did that happen twice in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then up 1? No? Well, unfortunately for him, the Drow don't have the spell Enlarge. That is one of my D&D players trying to get the spell Giant, get the spell Enlarge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up. It happened again. Seriously, what is with this? Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Ow. Yeah, it's dealing the same damage as though I'm falling from that height. That's weird. I mean, I've got enough food for it, so I'm doing alright. I don't need to worry. You know, plenty of cooked food. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, healing or starving. Well, I still need to worry about healing. I don't need to worry about starving or needing to regenerate more health because I've got that covered. I have that situation handled. I'm just out here building this iron farm using this smooth stone and measuring it all out, and apparently every now and then when I jump out here I take, I guess it's fall damage? I don't know. I wonder if I sneak all the way over to here and I jump. No? Sneak over to here and jump? No? Weird. Anyways, I need more smooth stone. Probably a lot more smooth stone. I might actually need another barrel of smooth stone, to be honest, because I just need a lot of smooth stone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jump. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I just gotta build this over here. Sneaking, by the way, if you were not previously aware, benefits from the fact that you are not able to walk off of a ledge unless that ledge has some form of elevation change that is less than 1 block. For example, a half slab would allow you to walk off of a ledge while sneaking. However, a block of smooth stone would not. You know, a stone cutter would allow you to walk off of the edge while sneaking, but a grindstone, additionally, would not. Yeah. I don't think I actually need the chunk border texture pack for anything at the moment. However, I will make use of it before turning it off, because wiggle my way in here. I want to make use of the texture pack when going to these away as well. When going to build the villager trading hall, I want to make use of this chunk border visualization texture pack. Is a good idea to line up your villager trading hall with some form of a chunk border. You don't want to cross the chunk border if you can help it. There is plenty of room for upgrades if done properly. Come on, go down. Thank you. I'm trying to swim here. There we go. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to collect all of this material that was previously set up. We just basically need to move this entire villager trading hall construction. This entire construction out to, I believe 500 was the location I was tracking. Which would mean we need to go all the way out to x equals 500. The reason why we need to move it is because this is too close to the surface for me to make proper use of this. I would need to basically, I would need to move the whole thing, basically. The reason why I would need to move it is because if I don't, then there is the chance that during the initial creation process of this build, I might, during setup, have issues with the villagers linking to the proper workstation. We don't want to have issues with villagers linking to their workstation. We want villagers to have no problems finding their workstation. Therefore, we kind of need to move this just to make sure that the villagers are not going to be causing us issues as they try and locate where they're working. Okay. Now, we've got ourselves a lovely little collection of materials here where we can just gather up everything. I suppose it's a good thing we didn't uninstall the rail, because now we would need to install the rail. But we still have it installed from previously, therefore I guess we're good. Alright, I suppose I will need to reclaim those pumpkins. The lanterns from the previous location will need to be moved to the new location for obvious reasons. It's not as useful at its current location if it's way over here when I'm needing the light to be guarding the villagers where the villagers are residing. Meaning, you know, not here. Let me get these lanterns out of the way now. Okay, that's better. Much better. Much better. Okay. Getting lots of good materials here, getting this nice and cleaned up. Getting this place cleaner than a Superfund cleanup site. If you're not familiar with what a Superfund cleanup site is, a Superfund cleanup site is a location where the environment had gotten so toxic that there was a specific government relief fund program started specifically for the purpose of cleaning up that location. For example, Chernobyl would be a Superfund cleanup site, except it's not in the US. Therefore, it's not a Superfund cleanup site because it's not in the US. But if it was in the US, it would be a Superfund cleanup site. Any nuclear reactor melting down would be considered a Superfund cleanup site. Additionally, toxic wastelands, toxic marshlands, these would additionally be considered Superfund cleanup sites. Anywhere that there's lead poisoning, for example, Flint, Michigan, would be a Superfund cleanup site. As for the location of this villager trading hall, I had decided on right here. Because this location is relatively out of the way, this location is relatively safe. Apologies for not being able to see. I can't really see anything either. I'm just waiting until I reach the chunk border. And then I just basically go back, make another pass, and get this whole thing prepared for me to build in it. I will be keeping the same stylistic methods as before, same style choices. The reason for that is specifically because of two reasons. One, it is much easier to just stick with that style. Two, it allows me to very easily just replicate, basically, all of the various sections which I might need. Now, after I'm done carving this out, I will obviously want to find my spawning area texture pack so that I am able to properly spawn-proof this place. I want to make sure the monsters don't spawn here, therefore I need to know where those spawning locations are. For obvious reasons, I don't want monsters spawning here. I'm not too worried about making a mess of this specific section because I'm just kind of excavating all of this in order to increase the ambient light level because I don't want it to be very dark. You know, I try not to go too far from the safe zones, obviously. Okay, now it's a little bit brighter in here. Let us continue with this excavation. I want to, oops, not do that. I want to go over here to this section. And I want to continue in this direction. Oh my. There appears to be gravel involved. Yeah, I don't know how many of you have watched the previous episode where I explored this section in creative mode, but yeah, apparently there is a lot of gravel here. Okay, now I connect this up over here. This will allow me to very easily navigate between the back area, the front area, pretty much all the areas. I suppose I will want some torches. Well, I mean, I guess I don't need torches because I have the lanterns here. Let's see, face south. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna want some regular torches as well. let's try this. What if... There we go. Let's sort our ores just a little bit here. We want our andesite. We want our dirt, the standard soil material. We want gravel. We want stone. We want diorite. Okay. Don't want to aim down, because if I aim down, I might accidentally start digging into the ground. And that is the same person. That's Demu still. That's just him on another server. I believe that was in response to a friend making a homebrew class based on their Discord name. It's just named after them. Which is not the worst naming strategy. Probably not the best naming strategy. Additionally, I would like to mention I did actually perform a search for the phrase Blue Nexus Gaming because I was curious if it was perhaps just a fluke that I was receiving popularity from that phrase. It turns out there is a few different people making use of the name Blue Nexus Gaming, which, you know, bittersweet victory, I guess. They're helping me popularize the name, but at the same time, like, I have to deal with the fact that some people are going to be showing up expecting Bed Wars, not survival single player. And then there's also the fact that perhaps they might mistake me for someone else. There is a skeleton attacking. Let me handle that. And half decent bow, I guess. There is a lot of gravel here. I am not the person who plays the Bed Wars, if that is what you're looking for. I am, however, a different person who is very good at actual first-person shooters, not just Minecraft. Like if I wanted to play an actual first-person shooter, I would do decently well. I would perform well. I've not actually played Bed Wars before. I'm familiar with the general concept behind the game, but I have not actually played it myself. I'm not exactly a fan of playing games similar to Bed Wars on mobile, nor am I actually very much of a fan of Bed Wars itself. I don't really care too much for it. It doesn't seem that interesting unless I have mouse and keyboard, which is how I would normally play a first-person shooter, unless, of course, I am on a console, at which point I would be using a controller. But touchscreen, no. I would not be using touchscreen to play a first-person shooter. The control scheme is not very intuitive. It's not very well made for touchscreens. It is very difficult to get a first-person shooter that is mobile optimized, because you basically are dealing with the fact that you're limited to very few interaction options. Therefore, it is better to use keyboard and mouse or a controller wherever possible. You've seen me use the bow to try and shoot skeletons and zombies and creepers. And for the most part, I just kind of stick to shooting the creepers because it's easier for me to just cut down everything with a sword and just basically spam the attack action. But at the same time, I additionally do not want to need to deal with certain frivolities and certain issues that arise from performing those activities. Now, I am aware that A, I am experiencing a bit of lag. B, I am aware that I need to make room in my inventory to pick up all of these items. The method I plan to use to do this is very simple. I'm going to place down a minecart. Then I'm going to collect as much stone as I can. Then I'm going to drop the stone because I actually want the gold. The gold is far more valuable than the stone, therefore I want the gold. I will additionally collect this coal because the coal is kind of important. I will additionally collect this coal as well. Now, I don't want to dig too much in this area because there is lava, like, everywhere. There is lava all over the place in this chunk. I don't want to dig too far, too fast. Therefore, I want to pace myself. Make sure I limit where I'm digging, what I'm digging, how I'm digging. Too much of a good thing type of situation, you know? You don't want to accidentally find yourself facing off against vast quantities of lava, because that has a tendency to result in a lot of pain. And pain is bad, obviously. Gesundheit to my dad. He seems to be coughing up something. We want to make sure that we have plenty of stone before we hop in. Additionally, want to make sure that we have gathered all of the various resources from the ceiling, because we don't want those resources to clog up our inventory when we return. There we go. Now I want to dig out this area here. The reason why I'm digging out this area here is because, specifically, I will want this entire station for the villager trading hall to be 3 tall, not just 2 tall. For a second I was worried that I might have accidentally found a pocket of lava, because I don't really remember where all of the lava is. I think I just item elevated that. Oh boy. Well, that's unfortunate. Whatever. There is that. And then we've got all of this material over here, which needs to be gathered. We have this iron over here, which needs to be gathered. Right. Suppose I'll just kind of block that off, I guess? No, I don't want to make a spawning platform, that's right. Therefore, I'll just put that there. Okay, now to gather up this stone, make a nice little pile for it. Okay. Looks like everything's good so far. Gather up this granite. Now, I can just ride on out of here. Actually, it occurs to me, I probably could have made use of the fact that I have all of this smooth stone on me. Here, I shall deposit this smooth stone into here. Then I shall go back over to here, whereupon I will be making use of ow, ow. Okay, look here, you. Being very rude. Okay. Now that I've handled that situation, I can head over here, pick up this material. Here we are. Yeah, roughly 107 stone. And then I want to make use of this iron deposit for starters. Like, yes, I am building a iron golem farm. Yes, I will have plenty of iron, but I still need the ore. Like, I still need as much iron as I can get, because I just don't actually have very much iron otherwise. My tummy is growling. I suppose I am a little bit hungry. I've not yet eaten breakfast, and it's already evening. However, I slept most of the day. I woke up to a lovely rainstorm. I love the sound of rain because I find it very relaxing, very soothing. Okay. We are now making even more progress on this build because we now have this entire section with its roof cleared out. And now I get to go through and have the fun task of lighting up all of this area. I say fun, but it's mostly just monotonous, repetitive, a little boring, but that's alright. It's fine to be boring every now and then. Because it just means that when we are interesting, we're that much more interesting. south. Okay. I have to be very careful when I'm digging because a lot of this is just insta-break, meaning as soon as I try to break it, it will just instantly break. But, fortunately, I have a lot of self-control, and I can just repair whatever I accidentally break. Okay. Torch lantern thing right there. Now, I'm not yet fully sure where I want the trade hall. However, I'm decently sure I know where I want it. I just need to build the framework first, and then I'll know specifically where I want everything. It does help to blueprint your build. Because blueprinting prevents issues from occurring where you might end up wanting to change your mind on something. If you don't want to use a blueprint, you can always use a structure block, but structure blocks are not available in survival. They should be, because they would be awesome. You know, possibly use something related to the map to build it. I don't know for sure, but you know, it would be awesome to have structure blocks in survival vanilla Minecraft that are usable, not just the creative mode modded community, but actual, like, just regular Minecraft. You know? of the mods which I really miss playing on Java Edition is actually the NexusCraft mod, which is a mod which brings the wonders of pneumatics to Minecraft. And if you're not familiar with what pneumatics is specifically, pneumatics is a pressurized fluid, basically. If you pressurize water, you will have a pneumatic water item, basically. If you pressurize oil or gas, you will have a pneumatic gas item. If you are familiar with an air conditioner, air conditioners run on pneumatics. Is it air conditioners? I believe it's air conditioners. Yeah. Air conditioners run on pneumatics. That is how they move the coolant around in order to provide the proper amount of cooling. Whenever they turn on the compressor, which compresses the fluid, which forces the pneumatic reaction in the fluid to occur. The pneumatic reaction being that as the fluid compresses, the fluid increases its thermal capacity, and this will allow the fluid to store vast quantities of heat. Then, as the fluid decompresses, the fluid will unleash all of that stored heat and just vent. The resulting effect is that the heat gets moved around. Now, this sounds at first as though it would be totally useless, until you realize that the location where you release the compression is very relevant in relation to the location where the heat is released to. Therefore, if you want to move the heat, then all you have to do is move the location of the decompression away from the location of the compression. This is a little dark. I suppose I want to light it up a little. Oh, do I not have any lanterns on me? I don't have any lanterns on me. I shall return to retrieve a lantern. Here, I shall use this lantern, since this is actually an extra lantern. This is spare. Okay. I want to make sure that I do not go too high. Oh boy. Okay, so I had found a location where lots and lots of gravel was. And then I kind of accidentally walked off the edge of where I was standing because I thought I wasn't sneaking, and then I tried to sneak, and then when I tried to sneak I ended up not sneaking, and then I just fell. That was my bad. I want to go up here. Ow. Why do I keep doing that? That keeps happening. That's weird. You know, I'm using my tools to clear this area out. You know, this area is safe-ish. Relatively safe. Let me actually check over here and see what we have. Looks like we have some water. There's a spider over there. There's some lava. What do we have over here? Over here we have... looks like gravel. And more cave. Okay, well... this section doesn't actually interest me all that much. The major thing I'm interested in is that all of this gravel is obviously going to potentially be a problem. Therefore, I'm going to accidentally cause myself some damage because I dug out the floor. Let me put the gravel on the hotbar because I'm going to want to fill in this. And then I want to retrieve this. And then retrieve these. Ah, low battery. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. I want to move over to here because I want to dig this section down a little. And then I want to move the lantern. And then I can stand atop the gravel, just dig my way down through the gravel, through the stone, which I placed. Now I am on ground floor. As for the rest of this material, I don't really know what to do about this. I might just fill this in, just in order to, like, not need to worry about it, basically. Let me put down this lantern again in order to see what I'm doing. Right. Okay. I need to raise this up more. There we go. This can go there. Then this can go up like this. Oop. Well, I found that lapis ore that I lost earlier. Oh. Whoa. Hi, zombie. You just kind of wandered in from the darkness, didn't you?